Hello and a very warm welcome. I am Gasheen Garland and you're watching Firstpost. In the next few minutes, we get you the top 50 updates from around the world, only here on Fast and Factual. Let's get started. Starting with the war in Ukraine, a Russian missile struck President Volodymyr Zelensky's hometown in Kryvyi Rih. The attack came as the city mourned a hotel attack from the previous day that killed 4 civilians. Local officials reported the latest strike targeted civilian infrastructure, injuring 8 people. Meanwhile, Zelensky urged the West to allow strikes deep inside Russian territory. In West Asia, the United Nations World Programme has halted the employee movement in Gaza after bullets hit their vehicle. The vehicle, clearly marked and armored, was near an Israeli checkpoint. Despite Israeli clearances, the aid agency's vehicle was directly targeted. The body said the vehicle was a few meters from the Israeli checkpoint when it was hit. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited troops on the Lebanon border yesterday. This visit follows a tense exchange between Israeli soldiers and Hezbollah over the weekend. Netanyahu praised the troops for thwarting Hezbollah attack. The Lebanon-based group has launched hundreds of rockets and drones targeting northern Israel and the Golan Heights. Israel continues its military operation in West Bank Strait for the second day. Israel's army said it forced kill 5 Palestinian terrorists. They were all hidden inside a mosque in the city of Tulkarem. Yesterday, Israel killed at least 11 Palestinians in different areas. In the United States, presidential candidate Donald Trump's running mate J.D. Vance condemned Vice President Kamala Harris for the 2021 Kabul attack deaths. The incident involved a suicide bombing at Kabul's airport, which killed 13 U.S. service members. Vance accused Harris of failing her duties during Afghanistan withdrawal. He also criticized the Biden administration for not investigating the incident. At a rally, the Republican vice presidential nominee Vance told Harris to quote-unquote go to hell over the issue. The White House says U.S. President Joe Biden and Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping plan to hold a phone call soon. The announcement follows the U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan's trip to Beijing. Sullivan met with China's top diplomat Wang Yi during the visit, where the call between the two leaders was decided. It will likely place before the U.S. presidential elections in the coming November. Nigeria has received over 10,000 doses of Mpox vaccine for the U.S. to combat the outbreak. The World Health Organization recently declared the outbreak a global health emergency. While the outbreak's epicenter is in the Democratic Republic of Congo, cases have now spread to over 10 Nigerian states. Nigerian health officials will focus on vaccinating 5 states with the highest number of cases. Telegram continues to fight legal battles. A French court formally launched an investigation against Telegram CEO Pavel Durov yesterday. Durov is being probed for organized crime on his app. He was arrested last week at an airport near Paris. The court has also granted Durov bail. However, the Telegram CEO cannot leave France and he will have to report to a police station twice a week. In India, 3 terrorists have reportedly been killed in the Kupwara district in Jammu and Kashmir. According to officials, the encounters occurred during a joint operation by the Indian Army and local police. The operation was launched in response to suspected terrorist movements in the area. The clashes took place in 2 separate encounters between the security forces and the terrorists. Residents in several villages of the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh are living in fear of wolf attacks. At least 8 people have died due to wolf attacks in the past 2 months in Baharich district. Officials say they have identified a pack of 6 wolves using high-frequency drone cameras. They claim that 3 of the wolves have already been captured. Spain turns red as thousands gathered in Buñol for the iconic La Tomatina festival. 7 trucks carrying 120 tons of ripe tomatoes rolled through the town's main street, sparking a massive tomato fight. Participants in white clothes were drenched in tomato sauce, and some even shared special moments with their loved ones. La Tomatina originated in 1945 from an impromptu village brawl and has grown into a lively annual tradition. Moving to weather updates now, Typhoon Shanshan made landfall in southwest Japan on Thursday morning. At least 3 people were killed and 39 suffered injuries. 1 person was also reported missing. About 250,000 households face power outage. Authorities have ordered evacuations for the island of Kyushu. Highest level of warning has also been issued due to wild winds and storms. In India, heavy rains also continue to wreak havoc in national capital New Delhi and its adjoining areas. Incessant downpour triggered severe waterlogging and traffic congestion. The authorities have forecast widespread rainfall throughout the week. Risk of sewage line overflow also persists in several areas. Continuing with India, at least 28 people have died due to heavy rains in Gujarat. Nearly 20,000 people have been evacuated from the flood-affected areas. The state has continued to experience heavy rainfall since last 5 days. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assured all possible support to the state. Heavy rains continue to batter northern Nigeria. At least 6 were killed due to severe flooding in the region. Also, about 10,000 people were displaced across 11 communities. Local authorities in Adamawa state expressed concern as rainy season is yet to peak. Heavy rains caused river to overflow, leading to severe damage. Meanwhile, citizens have blamed climate change for the early arrival of rain and floods. Flash floods have battered the Al Mahawit province of Yemen. At least 12 people were killed due to the floods triggered by torrential rain, and over 20 people have been reported missing. Local authorities formed a committee to coordinate the disaster response. Nearly 60 million people sweltered under extreme heat wave in eastern United States. Temperatures rose to 37 degrees Celsius in and around the capital of Washington. In Baltimore, the local authorities issued an extreme heat alert. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention advised caution to the residents on their movement. Firefighters successfully contained the wildfire in Croatian city of Split. However, at least 700 hectares of land has been ravaged. The firefighters are still deployed in fear of reignition of fire due to strong winds. Officials said at least firefighters were injured battling the raging wildfires. Amid severe droughts in Romania, the authorities have planned to begin an insurance system for agricultural land. The decision aims to help farmers whose crops have been destroyed by drought. This year's prolonged heat waves has damaged millions and tons of crops. The authority has also planned state guarantees for farm loans. Nearly 1,500 researchers and scientists attended the 11th Scientific Committee on Antarctic Research Conference in Chile. The researchers held discussions on the unprecedented changes in Antarctica. Scientists found that heavy rainfall and intense heat wave led to mass melting. They further discussed how Antarctica was reaching the point of irreversible sea ice loss. However, they said the situation could be stabilized by reducing fossil fuel emissions. On to business and tech news now. American chip giant Nvidia more than doubled its revenue in the second quarter this year. The firm earned a whopping $30 billion between April and June. However, Nvidia share prices declined after the quarterly results were announced. Analysts say the chipmaker's forecast for the next quarter disappointed investors. Nvidia's share dropped by 7%, wiping about $200 billion of its market value. The lawmakers in the U.S. state of California have voted to pass an artificial intelligence safety bill. It will now go to Governor Gavin Newsom to sign into a law. The bill asks large AI companies to develop safety measures for the AI models. It also asks the firms to report any safety incidents to the government and, if necessary, shut down the AI models. Several big tech firms, including Meta and OpenAI, have opposed the legislation. Artificial intelligence startup OpenAI is reportedly in talks to raise billions of dollars in a new funding round. American venture capital firm Thrive Capital is expected to invest about $1 billion in the firm. OpenAI was valued at $86 billion in its last fundraising. Reports say its value may reach $100 billion in the latest round. American personal computer maker HP posted its second quarter results yesterday. The firm reported a 2.4% rise in revenue for the April to June quarter, compared to the same period last year. Rising demand for personal computers helped push HP's income. The company's CEO said he expects the demand to continue. The Brazilian Supreme Court has threatened to suspend Elon Musk's social media platform X within 24 hours. This is if the platform fails to appoint a new legal representative in Brazil. This comes after X shut down its business in the country earlier this month. Elon Musk had said that the Brazilian court was threatening to arrest the previous legal representative of X. Social media giant Meta has lost a lawsuit against Brazilian department store chain Haven. Meta was sued for accepting a paid advertisement that used Haven's name without its permission. The Brazilian court has ordered Meta to block the ad within 48 hours. If the firm fails to comply, it could face up to $3.6 million in fine. Social media platform Reddit faced an outage yesterday. Reports say thousands of users were not able to access their accounts. The platform later said that the outage was due to an update they deployed. Reddit said the issues had been resolved. American billionaire Warren Buffett's firm Berkshire Hathaway joined the trillion-dollar club yesterday. The firm's shares rose over 0.8%, pushing its market value over $1 trillion. Berkshire Hathaway is the first non-tech company to achieve this milestone. It joins a select group of companies like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, and Alphabet. Japanese steelmaker Nippon says it will invest an additional $1.3 billion in the U.S. steel. The proposal is part of Nippon's pending acquisition of U.S. Steel, which was announced last year. The Japanese firm had already promised to invest $1.4 billion as part of the takeover plan. These investments will be used to expand and upgrade the U.S. steel plants. Nippon is yet to receive regulatory approval to proceed with the merger. A new study has found that Chinese banks approved over $4.6 billion in loans to African nations last year. 2023 marked the first time Chinese loans to the continent have risen in the past 7 years. China had approved over $10 billion in loans to African nations between 2012 and 2018. However, the pace of lending gradually declined since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Moving to sports, we begin with cricket. Pakistan's former Test captain Babar Azam has dropped 6 places in latest ICC Test rankings. He is now at the 9th position. This follows Azam's poor Test performance in the first Test between Bangladesh and Pakistan. He scored a duck and just 22 runs in both the innings. Pakistan lost the Test match by 10 wickets against Bangladesh. Jacob Oram has been appointed as New Zealand's bowling coach, replacing Shane Jurgensen. Oram previously supported the team as a bowling coach during multiple bilateral series over the past year. His coaching career began in 2014 with New Zealand and includes a stint with the women's team. West Indies fast bowler Shannon Gabriel has retired from international cricket with immediate effect. The 36-year-old announced his decision on social media. Since debuting in 2012, Gabriel played 59 Tests, 25 ODIs and 2 T20s and has taken 202 wickets in total. His notable achievement includes 13 wickets in a 2018 Test match against Sri Lanka. In football, Belgian national Romelu Lukaku arrived in Naples to finalize a $33 million transfer from Chelsea. He was warmly welcomed by Napoli fans at Rome's Ciampino airport before heading to South for a medical checkup. Lukaku will reunite with Antonio Conte, his former coach, at Inter Milan, where he had his most prolific seasons. After a record-breaking return to Chelsea in 2021 and loan spells at Inter and Roma, Lukaku is now joining Napoli. French captain Kylian Mbappe's X account was hacked on August 29th. The hacker posted provocative tweets about the Ronaldo-Messi rivalry. The tweets also criticized Premier League's team, including Manchester United, Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. The incident drew significant attention from the football community. India celebrates National Sports Day on August 29 to honor Major Dhyan Chand's birthday. The day was officially recognized in the year 2012. Dhyan Chand, known as the Wizard, is celebrated for his exceptional hockey skills. He played a key role in India's gold medal wins at the 1928, 1932 and 1936 Olympics. In tennis, men's world number 2 Novak Djokovic advanced to the third round of the US Open. Djokovic struggled early, receiving an abdominal massage in hot conditions. His opponent, Laslo Yair, retired in the third set due to a hip injury. Djokovic was leading 6-4, 6-4, 2-0 when Yair withdrew from the match. Over in the women's draw, defending champion Coco Gauff advanced to the third round of the US Open. The American made rookie errors in the first set, but managed to beat Germany's Tatjana Maria 6-4, 6-0 in straight sets. Gauff will next face Ukraine's Elina Svitolina. Basketball great LeBron James's high school jersey is being auctioned in Hong Kong this September. It's the jersey he wore during famous Chosen One cover shoot. The auction could bring in millions as the jersey represents start of LeBron's legendary career. The auction, called Legends in Motion, will also feature items related to late martial artist Bruce Lee. Paris 2024 has sold over 2 million tickets for the Paralympic Games. 1 million tickets were sold in just last month. Organizers are confident the event will be sold out, with 500,000 tickets still available. Paris could approach the London's 2012's record of 2.7 million tickets sold if all remaining tickets are purchased. In the world of showbiz now, veteran actor Jackie Chan was spotted in French city of Paris with the Paralympics torch. The 70-year-old actor carried the torch on the streets of Paris. He was seen surrounded with dozens of people. Jackie Chan will be next seen in new Karate Kid movie. South Korean singer Taeil has been removed from boy band NCT after nearly 9 years. This came after he was accused of sexual harassment. His agency confirmed the news of his exit and stated they recognize the severity of the situation. The agency said Taeil can no longer continue his activities with the team. American rapper Lil Baby has been arrested in Las Vegas for carrying a concealed weapon without permission. His lawyers stated that they are investigating the circumstances surrounding his arrest. According to reports with the Oasis band reunion, brothers Liam Gallagher and Noel Gallagher will make more money with their tour than they have made in their entire career. They could earn nearly $500 million in ticket sales, while individually the brothers can earn nearly $60 million each. The 90s band announced this week that they will be touring after nearly 15 years. Ariana Grande and The Weeknd celebrated the 10th anniversary of their album My Everything. Grande took to social media and released a limited edition vinyl bundle featuring the album's songs. She wrote that she is deeply and eternally grateful. The singer also attached some photos from 2014. Beetlejuice 2 got a 3-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival. The cast members Jenna Ortega, Michael Keaton and Catherine O'Hara then took a bow expressing their gratitude. The film will make its way to the theatres 36 years after the 1988 original film was released. Beetlejuice 2 will release on the 6th of September. Nicole Kidman says the work in her upcoming erotic thriller Baby Girl is something she has never done before. She revealed in an interview that she has made various films that were pretty exposing, but not like this. Kidman stated that at a point she didn't want to be touched anymore. Baby Girl will release on the 25th of December. Gwyneth Paltrow has joined the cast of Ping Pong movie titled Marty Supreme, opposite Timothée Chalamet, Josh Safdie, and directing, co-writing the film. The film has been inspired by the life of ping pong player Marty Reisman. Angelina Jolie will be felicitated at the Toronto Film Festival. She will be honoured with the TIFF Tribute Award for Impact Media. The ceremony will take place on the 8th of September. And finally, comedian Nikki Glaser has been roped in to host the 82nd Global Globe Awards next year. She took to social media to share the exciting news with her fans. Glaser said it is one of her favorite nights of television. And that's a wrap. I thank you very much for your time. For more news updates, stay tuned to Firstpost.
It's over! He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle. So a good performance from both teams.
Hello and welcome to First Sports. I'm Rupa Ramani. Let's get